May I come in, sir?
Come.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Tushar.
Yes, sir.
Tushar, please introduce yourself to the panel.
Sir, my name is Tushar Kumar. I was born in Bhagalpur, Bihar. I graduated in textile engineering from IIT Delhi. Currently, I am posted as sub-election officer in Kamur district in Bihar.
Okay.
Posted as?
Sub-election officer, sir. Election officer at the subdivision level.
Which service?
Sir, this is through BPSC, state PCS. It is there to aid the subdivisional magistrate to offload his or her electoral related duties.
So it is one of the Group A services?
No, sir, Group B services.
Group B service of Bihar.
Of Bihar State.
Okay. And you will finally stay in the Election Commission of Bihar only.
We are under the Chief Electoral Officer of Bihar and we stay at the district level only.
Okay.
So, after doing, textile engineering from such a prestigious institution like IIT Delhi, I think it's a wasted effort, joining this electoral as an electoral officer in Bihar.
Sir, I don't believe it's a wasted opportunity. First of all, sir, I have learned a lot of things apart from textile technology also, be it scientific attitude, be it team management, leadership skills, etc. And they are going to aid it in my services. And secondly, sir, whatever I have learned in textiles also, whenever given a chance, being a specialized in that direction, I will try to implement my knowledge there in the services wherever I will be placed.
Okay, excellent. Now, you've mentioned something, outreach executive for Avanti. What is Avanti?
Sir, Avanti was a social organization which was related to education sector. So what it did was it prepared students from the poor background to get into the prestigious institutions like IITs and AIIMS.
Okay, what does the name Avanti mean?
Sir, Avanti is the historical has a historical reference. It has been one of the important kingdoms, Mahajanpadas, that was there during the first urbanization that was there in India. And sir, it is related to Gautam Buddha. That's why it has been famous.
No, this organization has been named after that Janpad or that kingdom?
Yes, sir. The Avanti.
Are you sure about it?
Sir, the exact meaning, though, I don't know. I'm really sorry for that.
Avanti is actually an Italian word which means either going forward or, come in.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for enlightening me over it.
You can check whether what your organization is based on. They might be based on something else altogether. So, then you see you're in Bihar, working in Bihar now. So, what do you think about the liquor policy there? Is it successful? Should we have a liquor policy? Because wherever we've had, with the exception of Gujarat, everywhere they've imposed a ban on liquor that's failed. Tamil Nadu, Haryana, all these places.
Sir, if we see the principle behind the policy, it has been enshrined in our constitution itself. Given in the directive state of DPSPs itself, the Article 47 calls for limiting use of the intoxicating drinks. So, sir, yes, it has been there in our policy goals. Secondly, if we look at the state, there has been reports are there which shows the social benefit that the policy had there. So there was a cases of a lot of domestic violence in Bihar because of the use of liquor. So sir, that have reduced drastically. Further, sir, the nutritional outcomes have increased because of the savings that has been generated, and these savings has been generated directly into the household that don't have very much economic prosperities. So, sir, these have a significant outcomes, and we are seeing it in the outcomes regarding how women are progressing in the state. Sir, already the measures taken by the government as well as the measures like Jivika in combination to this has given a social boost to the indicators in the state of the Bihar.
But still, you keep reading news that there are so many liquors available for a higher amount. Now, earlier it used to be cheap and government was getting revenue out of it. Now the government doesn't get any revenue, but still liquor is available to anyone who wants it at a higher price. And sometimes it is, adulterated liquor, which leads to death and losses of life. So it's added to give a burden to the police, to the judiciary in numbers of regarding the number of cases, hassling everybody. Is it really worth when you compare the two sides? Is it really worth it? You can regulate it and make sure that the limited amount of liquor reaches the people at a cheaper liquor, but good quality in limited amount. But जिसने पीनी हो तो पिएगा ही. So how can you?
Sir, yes, sir. There are concerns that first of all there has been economic losses due to this, and if we go by the data, almost 20-25% state's own source of revenue was from liquor before the ban. And secondly, sir, there has been a push. All the liquor market had been pushed in the underground network, and there has been black marketing of the liquor. And third, sir, we have seen only recent there was case in Chapra whereby more than 100 people died due to the use of such spurious liquor. So, sir, there has been almost 10 years to the policy. So now it's a right time that we have a relook at the policy and see whatever benefits that has been accrued, we take it forward, and whatever the weaknesses are there, especially, sir, like you have pointed out that yes, we can focus on regulating the market because it will also aid to the tourism industry, especially the MICE sector, that meetings, etc., can be organized in the state, and that will boost the economy of the state also.
Great.
Okay, Tushar. Tell me something about the migrant crisis happened, in Bihar because of the COVID, pandemic time shutdowns, and a lot of people, they had to go back and created, a lot of sufferings for them. So how has the state tried to address this issue so that they, find something within the state only to do? They don't have to go depend on others.
It was really unfortunate at the time of lockdown that there was a grave migrant crisis that we all witnessed. And sir, ma'am, the state took measures to tackle it. So the measures can be broadly divided in three parts. First of all, giving immediate relief. So immediate relief was given through the direct benefit transfers to many families. Secondly, we focused on jobs through MG Narega. So the number of days were increased. It was increased to 150 days. And then there was a skill mapping exercise by the government through which all the skilled and semi-skilled laborers were provided a platform to go for the relevant employment that they can do. And thirdly, lastly, ma'am, government has focused on entrepreneurship in the region. So we are seeing a lot of service sector in industries and employment that are being generated in the state. And the like Mukhyamantri Udyami Yojana is there. Then the focus is on Startup Bihar. Many industrial parks have been set up. So the focus of the government is that whatever labors are there, we retain in the state itself.
So both short-term and long-term measures were taken. Okay, all right. I saw you took interview 4 times. Huh?
Yes.
So what happened?
Ma'am, it was a mix of both the mains marks as well as interview marks. So sometimes there were marks were less in mains, sometimes the marks were less in interview. So as a mix of both, unluckily, I am still not able to qualify for the civil services.
No, I sincerely hope you do it this time. Then, decriminalizing minor offences. There's something proposed by the government, the union government. Are you aware of it?
Ma'am, the recent measure, I don't know, but yes, there has been debate and discussion, and I've followed that before. Ma'am, first of all, we have a plethora of laws that are of colonial in nature. and in that many laws don't have that proportional level of punishment. So for that, ma'am, government is promoting to lessen the burden of judiciary. We should come up with this so that the focus should be on the more grave crimes and the ones that the under trials that are in the
So
system.
pressure on judiciary and pressure on jails.
Yes, ma'am.
And then how can they be let off, these people? I mean, just scot-free or something?
No, ma'am. We can think of, first of all, we can sign them with some bond papers that in future, if they commit some crime, then the punishment may be increased. Secondly, we can focus on the social punishment like doing community service and etc.
Okay. And you spoke about fines, compounding of the offense. You did speak about it.
Yes.
Okay, just one another thing, curiosity. Your home state is Delhi. You've written no. Have you opted for Delhi, your home state? You said no.
Ma'am, actually for last 6-7 years, in fact since 2012, I have been living in Delhi itself. Only last year I went back again to Bihar.
Okay.
So that's why I.
Your parents are here, based here.
No, ma'am. Parents right now are in Patna.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
What is the Gujarat model of development?
Sir, as per my understanding, Gujarat model development is to promote the private sector so that more and more jobs, etc. is created, and that will have a trickle-down effect on the economy.
There's only one item there.
Sir, in detail, though I have not studied about it, so pardon my limited knowledge.
They also talk of having very good law and order and policy continuity,
Okay, sir.
right? And basically infrastructure-led growth.
Yes.
They work very hard on infrastructure development.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right? What is direct and indirect democracy?
Sir, in direct democracy, people directly have a say in the policy measures. Like the people gather together and they directly form the policy.
Which country?
Sir, I don't know exact name, but in few Nordic countries the system is there.
Okay.
While the large democracies like India, we have indirect democracy where people elect a representative.
Okay. Can you mention two structural changes in the Indian economic ecosystem which have made a difference to the common man in last 1 decade?
Sir, first of all, there have been liberalization in the FDI policy. So more and more private investment has been coming in the sector.
That doesn't affect the common man.
Sir, but that has led to increased employment in the private employment in the country.
Okay. But organized employment is how much in this country?
So yes, it's around 10%. Then, sir, the promotion of entrepreneurs, maybe the Startup India, Stand Up India,
Indian
etc.
ecosystem, come to think of it, come on. How does Tushar make his payments today?
Yes, sir. So mostly through digital means, through my phone.
Okay, so now you step into the shoes of, say, a tea vendor and tell us how his life has changed because of this UPI. Has it changed?
Yes, sir, definitely.
How?
Sir, now, sir, there are only minor changes that had happened as a tea vendors in my life, but that has increased a lot of things. First of all, sir, now I don't have to deal with the cash or whatever payments are there, that is directly go into my account. So it saves my time to go and visit the bank system.
Okay.
Secondly, sir, the one of the biggest thing that I felt with them was the issue of change. Change was always there.
Yes.
That many times people don't have change and they were like, okay, leave it. So somewhere there was a loss to tea vendor. So now that issue has been removed.
How does he get to know that the payment has come?
So there is this speaker system nowadays they have, which says that okay, that this much amount
So
has
he
been
can
received.
continue to make tea during that time.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right? And when he goes to buy the raw materials, he doesn't have to carry cash.
Yes, sir.
Right?
He can use
And
his
one very major thing is now he can show his account statement to a bank wala and say, look here, I'm somebody.
I'm somebody. Means I am getting regular payments, and that can also be used to get the more and more credits.
Escrow account is there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Any other thing that comes to your mind?
Sir, he is gradually shifting into
apart from this, apart from UPI, something else has also happened.
So the system of direct benefit transfer.
GST.
Okay, sir.
How GST has changed the economy in India?
So first of all, it is gradually formalizing the informal economy that was there. More and more people are now coming under the tax net. And secondly, sir, it is also leading to an efficient backward-forward linkages. Now, sir, the big player itself wants to have someone who is in the GST network so that they also can get the benefit. And thirdly, sir, it has also decreased the cost that is involved because of the decreased cascading effect of the taxes.
And how much has become the GST collection? Some idea?
So monthly, last month it was 1,49,000 crore.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, Mr. Tushar. You are from Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Now, there is a demand for caste census. Now, Bihar is already a very caste conscious and caste-ridden society. But the logic of having census on this and create further fissures in the very fragile social fabric of the Bihar.
Sir, if we go behind the idea of the caste census, it is there to ensure that whatever the welfare measures are there, first of all, we check their efficiency, mostly the policy of reservation, whether it's helping or not. Secondly, sir, based on this data set, we can further improve or change the policy that is there.
But broadly, the officers working at ground level, village level, they have the rough, fair idea of the caste composition of a particular village or block. So that data is already there with the government. That may not be very formalized, but data is there.
But sir, formal data at a bigger as a state level will help us not only for policy making but also for various studies that especially what are the effects of the such welfare measures are there on the different disadvantaged group.
Okay. See, you are a textile person. What is warp and weft?
Sir, warp and weft are the perpendicular yarns. So, sir, warp is the parallel layers of the yarn in one direction, and weft is the yarn inserted so that it gets interlocked. Okay. And sir, through this, how a fabric is formed.
Which side is more stronger?
So the warp side is more stronger.
Why?
Because first of all the yarns are aligned parallelly there. So, sir, it gives more strength to them.
Okay. See, which is the country having maximum textile that machinery manufacture? Which are the major countries which manufacture textile machinery?
Sir, first I think is China. Apart from that, sir, there are many German companies that are there. Then, sir, US is also there that manufacture textile machinery.
And Swiss, 3 years.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. See, this is the textile is the largest employer after agriculture.
Yes, sir.
So, still our standing in the world, what is our total textile export and where we are standing in the world order?
Sir, total export is around $60 billion. And in the world, it's very less 2 to 3% of the world textile exports.
Who is the biggest exporter of textiles?
Sir, China.
Number 2?
Number 2, sir, sorry, sir, I don't know.
Where is our standing? We are which number as a over a total volume of textile value of textile exports?
Sorry, sir, I don't know about it.
You don't know about it. Okay. See, we are talking of now we are 3.5 trillion economy. We are talking to reaching to 10 trillion by maybe 2030 or something around that about 7-8 years target we have kept. So what are the different things we need to do, because passively it won't happen.
Yes.
It has to be a proactive approach, and certain things has to be done to reach, to fast track that, to reach to this level in 7-8 to 10 years suppose. So what are the things we need to do for that?
So, sir, to reach to such a large figure, $10 trillion, we have to take comprehensive measures. So, first and foremost is to ensure that there is a sufficient trickle down happening. So, sir, first focus should always be on the primary sector. Since agriculture is one of the major platform or pillars where our most of the workforce is there, so we need to focus on that. So for that, sir, steps have been taken by the government. Secondly, sir, manufacturing is going to be the backbone if we have to sustained economic growth. So, sir, we need to focus on manufacturing as well as.
How to increase manufacturing?
Sir, to increase manufacturing, we need to have cost competitiveness in the world market. So, sir, we being quite a young country, we have a labor force available. We need to skill them. Simultaneously, we need to ensure that we have a competitive logistics sector.
But from where the money will come?
Sir, the money will come from three areas. First of all, from the government. Second, the private sector already working in the country. And third, the major source will come from the foreign markets. Being already, sir, the world is looking toward the China plus one strategy. So they are actively looking for a destination where they can invest their money.
Anyhow, government is already capex increasing, but private capex and FDI is not coming to that rate which should have come. So how to accelerate that?
The government investment will take time to show their results, mostly through the infrastructure projects that are there. Right now, sir, the major thing is that the world economy itself is struggling. We are seeing that there has been, recently there was a bank collapse. Before that, we had COVID lockdown. So, sir, those are kind of stumbling block. But with the gradual overcoming of the world economy, most of the investment will start happening in India.
Okay, thank you.
Tushar, the father is into agriculture.
Yes, sir.
How much land do you own?
Sir, approx 7 acres of land.
Oh, that's very good. So what kind of agriculture is being done in your lands?
Sir, mostly cereal crops, wheat in the winter, the Rabi season, and in Kharif we use rice. Apart from that, we also use the combination of pulses in the alternate years to maintain the productivity of the land.
But are wheat and rice a good idea in current times when there are so many economic crops available which will give you a lot of returns?
Yes, sir, definitely. We need to diversify our agriculture crops. But, sir, for that, farmers needs to be taken in confidence. Right now, sir.
You are yourself, your father is there. Why don't you assist him, guide him, advise him as an educated boy?
Sir.
Or he doesn't listen to you, or you are not interested?
No, sir. It's we do talk about the agriculture and everything, but the thing is, sir, the farmers needs to have a market, a stable market that has to be there. Right now, it's not there. Once, sir, when we will get a stable job and our family is settled, then I think we can focus on having some innovative things in the farming, so that in case we fail, we have a stable source of income. And that will also lead to a higher income for our family.
But 7 acres is huge amount of land. You can always do experiments in 1 or 2. Rest you keep on with the other one.
But, sir, for any such change, we need to have a.
Anyway, have you heard of nano fertilizers?
Yes, sir.
How are they applied?
Sir, these days we use micro irrigation techniques to apply nano fertilizer. So we put nano fertilizer directly into the pumps, etc., and they are directly fed it into the roots of the soil.
Okay, only to roots, or we can apply it elsewhere also?
Sir, we can apply elsewhere also, but what I have seen that they have been applied in the roots.
which is the best way to apply nano fertilizers?
Sorry, sir. I think I'm going somewhere wrong. That's why you're asking.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Now, what are your views on ChatGPT? Do you think it's a good idea? Or even the inventors are now rethinking that it is not a good idea?
Sir, any innovative product or anything new can have its benefits as well as negatives. So we need the right regulation. But sir, it doesn't mean we should not promote such kind of innovations. The need is the rightful regulation. That sir, in the case of ChatGPT also, it was given a test run. So in the initial 2-3 period, that was a test run. So let's see how it is going to pan out in the open world economy.
But how can you regulate it? Recently, China has regulated the ChatGPT, and it has become total censorship, so it has become useless. How can you regulate ChatGPT? It's supposed to create itself, come up with an answer. You can't say this portion of the answer you cut out, this portion you allow. How can you do that?
Sir, the first step of any regulation requires that it is tested in a sandbox or in a limited kind of environment. So, sir, we can start with that, and it was already there, and we have seen what are the result of the ChatGPT was there. Now, based on whatever the results are there, the next step is there that we study and see what can be the issues with it, what are the benefits of it. So, sir, what we have to do is we have to limit the issues, do the necessary plug holes, and then whatever the benefits are there, we can go with that. It's not, sir, that we have to entirely ban it.
Okay. Now, the US has recognized the McMahon line recently. Have you heard of it?
Sorry, sir, I have not followed it.
Okay. Okay, suppose they have recognized. You can presume what I am saying is correct. What is the implication on India?
Sir, McMahon line is a border between India and China. So, sir, by recognizing it gives the validity to it that okay, a big country has recognized it. So, sir, that will help in our own diplomatic missions to China, that it gives kind of authenticity to our claims that okay, this is the line that we recognize. So, sir, now basically it has been internationally recognized, so it will give more boost to our diplomatic.
What is the difference between aid and grant?
Sir, aid in general is given with the principle that there is no return to it. It's given as a generous money.
Okay.
While, sir, grant have a very low rate of interest. Means
Koi baat
sorry, sir, if I'm wrong.
Just the
wrong there.
reverse.
Okay. Sorry, sir.
All right.
Okay, Tushar, your formal interview is over now.
Thank you, sir.
How do you assess yourself today?
Sir, it was good. There were a few areas where I think I should work on.
For example, what areas?
So, a few areas which I don't have knowledge of, some current affairs, and further the areas where I was not that confident. I should be more.
When is your interview scheduled?
So, the date is yet to come.
Oh, you got plenty of time. So, पिछली बार कितने number आए थे? There's 4 interviews you've done.
Sir, last time it was 158 marks.
And before that?
Sir, before once it was 160 something. I also got and 140 and 154, 148 and 154.
Okay. Or this time you should get more marks. So, कहाँ गड़बड़ हो रही थी? I mean, the mains.
So mains was also there. In interview also, initially I was less confident before. The thing, still I do that wala thing. So, sir, I'm gradually trying to improve over it. But yes, the issue was there with the confidence.
No, it's not the wala thing doesn't make a difference at all. Nobody notices it. It's basically the content they look for in the interview and the way you tackle questions and the depth of your knowledge maybe. You can't know everything. So,
But you can't bluff.
But you can't bluff. You can't say I've seen. If you got land and then you've not even seen how nanourea works, and you can't say it is done like that. Okay. So you'll get caught because there are people who have worked in the field on the board maybe.
If
So
they're asking you, they know probably.
if they're asking you, then probably they know. So I think you should get better marks this time in the interview, and I hope you get your better marks in the written also.
Thank you, sir.
So you are very good, in fact, very articulate, and you can express your answers really well.
Thank you, sir.
And you know quite a lot. And keep reading the newspapers till the morning of the interview, because that's where they ask their questions from mostly. And anything which is related to your DAF, which you must read in depth
Okay, sir.
in the newspaper, क्योंकि उस पे पूछ सकते हैं. Anything about elections, anything about this education, all these things can be asked from you. So
Sure, sir.
I think you'll do well this time.
Yes, sir.
No reason
I'm
for you to
expecting the same.
Yeah.
I hope all the past experience helps you this time,
Yes.
right?
I can
And
see you're
wish you all the
relaxed and
best. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
I have a small suggestion.
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा अपना गेटअप को थोड़ा सा और इम्प्रूव कर लो, बाल वाल थोड़े सेट कर लो, मतलब थोड़ा सा. देखो अब 4 बार हो चुका है, दिस टाइम डोंट लेट इट.
Definitely, sir.
वर्क ऑन द फाइनर थिंग्स ऑल्सो.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है, यू कैन मेक इट. सो इस टाइम बुलडोजर बाबा को लेके जाओ कि भाई इस बार घुस जाना है.
So this time I've changed my option. Last year it was geography. Before that, so geography there was stagnation in marks. It's like 240, 250. So this time, yes, if
You're hoping for more marks in anthro.
I am hoping, sir. Yes, sir.
I think you should make it. हो जाएगा.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
All the best.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.